Registered Master Plumbing Engineers of the Philippines Review. Quiz number 4, 2025. Number 1. What is the name of the process in which steel and wrought iron pipe rust? A. Cavitation. B. Oxidation. C. Sublimation. D. Tuberculation. The correct option is D. Tuberculation. Explanation. Tuberculation is the specific process where the corrosion of steel and iron pipes, typically in water systems, leads to the formation of characteristic rust-colored nodules, or tubercles, on the inside surface. This buildup is primarily made of iron oxides, rust, and gradually thickens, which restricts water flow, increases pressure, and can compromise water quality and the pipe's integrity. Why other options are incorrect? A. Cavitation. This is damage caused by the formation and subsequent collapse of vapor bubbles in a flowing liquid, often due to rapid pressure changes, leading to mechanical pitting of the surface. It is a physical process, not the chemical reaction of rusting. B. Oxidation. This is the general chemical reaction of a substance with oxygen, or other oxidizers. Rusting is a specific form of oxidation involving iron, water, and oxygen, while oxidation is involved in tuberculation. Tuberculation is the more precise term for the process and resulting buildup within pipes as described in the question. C. Sublimation. This is a physical phase transition where a substance changes directly from a solid to a gas without passing through the liquid phase. It is unrelated to the chemical process of metal corrosion and rust formation. Number 2. For a given rate of discharge from a lavatory, decreasing the diameter of the drain will blank. A. Increase trap seal losses. B. Increase the water discharge velocity from the fixture. C. Decrease the water discharge velocity from the fixture. D. Prevent trap seal losses. Based on fluid dynamics principles, the correct answer is A. Increase trap seal losses. Here's the reasoning. 1. Flow rate, discharge, is constant. The question states the rate of discharge is given and remains the same. This means the volume of water flowing per second, example, gallons per minute, is constant. 2. Effect of decreasing diameter. If you decrease the diameter of a pipe while maintaining a constant flow rate, the water must speed up to pass the same volume of water through a smaller cross-sectional area. This is based on the equation Q equals A times V, where Q is flow rate, A is area, and V is velocity. 3. Connection to trap seal losses. A trap seal is lost primarily through siphoning. Faster moving water creates a greater pressure drop, due to Bernoulli's principle and increased friction. This increased pressure drop can more easily pull the water out of the trap, breaking the seal. Why the other options are incorrect? B. Increase the water discharge velocity from the fixture. This is true for the drain pipe itself, but the discharge velocity from the fixture is typically governed by the fixture's design and the weir it flows over, not directly by the downstream pipe size in the context of this question. The primary and direct negative effect of the smaller pipe is the increased trap seal loss. C. Decrease the water discharge velocity from the fixture. This is incorrect based on the physics explained above. Velocity in the drain pipe increases. D. Prevent trap seal losses. This is the opposite of what happens. A smaller drain pipe is more likely to cause siphoning and trap seal loss. Number 3. What is the term given to a specific ratio of the average specified outside diameter to the minimum wall thickness of a given plastic pipe? A. Wetted perimeter ratio. B. Pressure rating ratio. C. Standard dimensional ratio. Schedule number. The correct answer is C. Be 20% to 80% larger in diameter. Here's why. The problem, suds, soap foam, are much less dense than water and have a much greater volume for the same mass. A standard-sized vent pipe can easily become overloaded and clogged with suds, preventing it from providing proper pressure relief. The solution: to compensate for this low density and high volume, plumbing codes, like the International Plumbing Code and Uniform Plumbing Code, require that vent pipes intended specifically for suds relief flow be significantly larger in diameter than a standard vent. The typical requirement is an increase of 20% to 80% in the pipe diameter to allow the suds to flow freely and prevent blockages. Why the other options are incorrect? A. Not be depended on for suds protection. The entire purpose of a suds relief vent is to provide protection against suds pressure zones. This statement contradicts its function. B. Connect 10 pipe diameters from any high-pressure suds zone. While the specific location of the connection is important, this is a prescriptive detail, not the primary method for compensating for suds density itself. The key compensation is the increased pipe size. D. Connect to each fixture trap. This is not a requirement for a suds relief vent. A suds relief vent is designed to relieve pressure in a branch or stack that is carrying suds from multiple fixtures, not to connect individually to every trap. Number 4. Copper has several alloys that are used as a plumbing material. One of these is brass. What is the principal alloy found in brass? A. Aluminum. B. Nickel. C. Tin. D. Zinc. The correct answer is D. Zinc. Brass is primarily an alloy of copper and zinc. While other elements like lead, tin, or aluminum can be added in small quantities to create specific types of brass with particular properties, ink is the principal and essential alloying element. Why the other options are incorrect? A. Aluminum. While aluminum can be added to create aluminum brass, which has improved corrosion resistance, it is not the principal alloy. The primary alloy is copper and zinc. B. Nickel. Copper and nickel form a different, important alloy called cupronickel, not brass. C. Tin. Copper and tin form the alloy bronze. This is a common point of confusion, but brass and bronze are distinct alloys. Number 5. What type of copper pipe has the thickest wall and is the strongest material compared to other copper pipes? A. Type L. B. Type K. C. Type O. D. Type M. The correct answer is B. Type K. Among the most common types of copper tubing used for plumbing, K, L, M, Type K has the thickest wall and is the strongest. They are often distinguished by color-coded markings. Type K is typically marked with green. Type L is typically marked with blue. Type M is typically marked with red. Type O is not a standard designation for copper water tube in U.S. plumbing codes. Here is a quick comparison of wall thickness, from thickest to thinnest. 1. Type K, thickest, strongest. 2. Type L. 3. Type M, thinnest, used primarily for above-ground, residential drain lines. Number 16. A branch vent interval is blank. A. Dependent on the arrangement of the fittings connecting at each floor. B. Of no importance in modern plumbing systems. C. At least 8 feet between branches. D. Of no importance in modern plumbing systems. A branch vent interval is defined as a vertical measurement of distance, typically 8 feet 2,438 millimeters, or more, between the connections of horizontal branches to a drainage or waste stack. This means the correct answer is C. At least 8 feet between branches. Number 7. What is the main reason for the frequent usage of union in the pipeline system? A. Ease in rotation of pipes. B. Lessen the effect of thermal expansion of pipes. C. Convenience in repair. D. It will reduce the excessive use of fittings. The correct answer is C. Convenience in repair. A union is a type of pipe fitting that is specifically designed to allow for the easy disassembly and reassembly of a pipeline. Its primary purpose is to provide convenient access for maintenance, repair, or replacement of system components like valves, pumps, or meters without having to cut the pipe. Why the other options are incorrect? A. Ease in rotation of pipes. While unions allow sections to be disconnected, they are not intended for rotating pipes during normal operation. Their purpose is for disassembly during maintenance. B. Lessen the effect of thermal expansion of pipes. Unions do not absorb thermal expansion. Expansion loops, offsets, or expansion joints are used for that purpose. D. It will reduce the excessive use of fittings. A union is itself a fitting. In some cases, using a union might actually increase the total number of fittings in a system, but it is considered essential for serviceability despite this. Number 8. Which of the following is not a part of a flush tank? A. Trip lever. B. Supply pipe. C. Ball cock. D. Angle valve. The correct answer is D. Angle valve. Here's a breakdown of the components. Parts of a flush tank. A. Trip lever, the handle on the outside of the tank that you push or pull to initiate the flush. C. Ball cock, or fill valve, the valve assembly that controls the refilling of the tank with water after a flush. It is activated by the float ball, or float cup. Not a part of the flush tank itself. B. Supply pipe. While the supply pipe connects to the tank, it is an external component. The part of the tank that the supply pipe connects to is the ball cock. D. Angle valve. This is the shut-off valve located on the water supply line on the wall, below and separate from the toilet tank. It is used to turn off the water to the toilet for maintenance or repair. It is not a component of the flush tank assembly. Therefore, the angle valve is the component that is not a part of the flush tank. Number 9. A type of valve that may also be used to function similar to that of a pressure-reducing valve, as it could reduce water pressure because they restrict fluid flow and causes friction. A. Globe valve. B. Check valve. C. Ball valve. D. Gate valve. The correct answer is A. Globe valve. Here's why. Globe valve. This valve is designed with a Z-shaped partition inside and a plug or disc that closes against a seat. The flow path is not straight. The fluid has to change direction multiple times, which creates significant resistance and pressure drop. This inherent design causes friction and makes it function similarly to a pressure-reducing valve when used for throttling flow. Why the other options are incorrect. B. Check valve. Its sole function is to prevent backflow. It does not throttle flow or reduce pressure in a controlled way. C. Ball valve. This is a quick opening valve with a straight-through bore. When fully open, it offers very little resistance and is not designed for pressure reduction or flow throttling. D. Gate valve. This valve uses a gate that lifts completely out of the flow path. It is designed for full open or full close service, not for throttling. Using it to restrict flow can cause vibration and damage to the gate. Number 10. A bidet blank. A. Is used primarily for washing the anal regions after using the water closet. B. Could be classified as a small bath. C. All of these. D. Is about the same size as a water closet. The correct answer is C. All of these. Here's why each statement is correct. A. Is used primarily for washing the anal regions after using the water closet. This is the primary function of a bidet. It is a plumbing fixture designed for personal hygiene, specifically for washing the genital and anal areas. B. Could be classified as a small bath. While not a bath for full body immersion, a bidet is used for washing a specific part of the body. In some plumbing codes and classifications, it is categorized functionally alongside bathing fixtures. D. Is about the same size as a water closet. This is true in terms of its physical footprint. Bidets are typically designed to be installed next to a toilet and are very similar in size and shape, which allows them to fit in the same rough-in space. Since all the individual statements A, B, and D are accurate, the correct choice is C. All of these. Number 11. A valve along the water supply pipeline that is located a few inches downstream from the strainer and is opened periodically to allow the water to flow freely through the filter. A. Filter valve. B. Injection valve. C. Blowdown valve. D. Strainer valve. The correct answer is C. Blowdown valve. Here's the explanation. Strainer. A strainer is installed in a pipeline to catch debris and sediment. Blowdown valve. This is a specific valve installed just downstream of the strainer. Its purpose is to be opened periodically, creating a high-velocity flow of water that flushes the collected debris out of the strainer basket and out of the system. This process blows down or cleans the strainer. Why the other options are incorrect? A. Filter valve. This is a generic and non-standard term. The specific valve used for this cleaning purpose is called a blowdown valve. B. Injection valve. This term is typically used for a valve that injects a chemical or additive into a pipeline, not for cleaning a strainer. D. Strainer valve. While this valve is associated with the strainer, its specific and technical name is a blowdown valve. Number 12. Cast iron comes in three basic types. One is known as extra heavy cast iron and the second is the no hub or hubless pipe. What is the third type of cast iron? A. Midweight pipe. B. Black iron pipe. C. Service weight pipe. D. Double hub type. The correct answer is C. Service weight pipe. The three basic types of cast iron soil pipe are 1. Service weight, SV. 2. Extra heavy, XH. 3. Hubless, no hub. Service weight is the standard, most commonly used type for interior drainage, waste, and vent, DWV, systems. Why the other options are incorrect? A. Midweight pipe. This is not a standard classification for cast iron pipe. B. Black iron pipe. This is a type of steel pipe, not cast iron. It is used for gas lines and other applications, not for DWV systems. D. Double hub type. This describes a specific piece of pipe that has a hub on both ends, but it is not one of the three basic types or weight classes, SV, XH, hubless. Number 13. The minimum spacing between urinals is blank. A. 36 inches. B. 24 inches. C. 18 inches. D. 30 inches. The correct answer is D. 30 inches. Plumbing codes, such as the International Plumbing Code, IPC, specify that the minimum center-to-center spacing between urinals is 30 inches 762 millimeters. This spacing is required to provide adequate user privacy and clear space for accessibility. Why the other options are incorrect? A. 36 inches. This is a common spacing for lavatories and water closets, toilets, but it is more than the minimum required for urinals. B. 24 inches. This is insufficient spacing and does not meet code requirements for privacy and accessibility. C. 18 inches. This is far too narrow and does not meet any standard plumbing code. Number 14. It is required that urinals are to be flushed with blank. A. A flush tank. B. Manual flush valve. C. A flushometer valve. D. Spray flush. The correct answer is C. A flushometer valve. Plumbing codes universally require that urinals be flushed by an automatic flushing device. A flushometer valve is the standard device that meets this requirement. Flushometer valve. This is a pressure-activated valve that provides a precise, powerful flush directly from the building's water supply line. It can be either manual, user presses a button or lever, or, more commonly in modern commercial buildings, automatic, activated by a sensor. The key point is that the type of device is a flushometer valve. Why the other options are incorrect? A. A flush tank. While possible in some very old installations, flush tanks are not the required or standard method for urinals in commercial or public restrooms, which is the context this question implies. B. Manual flush valve. This is actually a type of flushometer valve. However, the most accurate and complete answer is flushometer valve, as it is the category of device required by code, which includes both manual and automatic operation. D. Spray flush. This is not a standard or code-approved primary flushing mechanism for urinals. Number 15. What is the primary consideration in the design of a venting system? A. The flow of air in the vent system. B. None of these. C. Removing odors from the source system. D. Correctly sizing the vent piping to match the size of the waste piping. The correct answer is A. The flow of air in the vent system. While all the options relate to the function of a venting system, the primary consideration in its design is managing the flow of air. Here's why. A. The flow of air in the vent system. This is the core mechanical principle. The entire purpose of the vent system is to allow air to enter and exit the drainage system to balance pressure. This prevents trap seals from being siphoned out, under negative pressure, or blown out, under positive pressure. The design, sizing, and layout of all vents are calculated to ensure adequate airflow. Why the other options are secondary, not primary. C. Removing odors from the source system. This is a result of a properly functioning vent system, not the primary design consideration. Odors are primarily contained by the water seal in the trap, which the vent system protects. D. Correctly sizing the vent piping to match the size of the waste piping. Sizing is a critical method to achieve the primary goal, but it is not the goal itself. The pipes are sized specifically to facilitate the correct flow of air. Number 16. Urinals with integral traps must be capable of passing a blank. A 1-inch ball. B 2-inch ball. C 1.5-inch ball. D 3/4-inch ball. The correct answer is D 3/4-inch ball. Plumbing codes specify that urinals with integral traps must be able to pass a 3/4-inch diameter sphere. This requirement ensures that the trapway is large enough to prevent clogging from common debris but is designed specifically for liquid waste, which is the primary function of a urinal. Why the other options are incorrect. A 1-inch ball. This is the requirement for water closet, toilet, traps, which are designed for solid waste. B 2-inch ball and C 1.5-inch ball. These sizes are larger than the trapways found in standard urinals and are not required by code. Number 17. The maximum distance of a vent to a 2-inch diameter trap is blank. A 42 inches. B 30 inches. C 60 inches. D 72 inches. The correct answer is B 30 inches. The maximum distance from the trap weir, the outlet of the trap, to the vent pipe is determined by the diameter of the fixture drain. This distance is often referred to as the trap arm or developed length. According to standard plumbing codes like the International Plumbing Code, IPC, and Uniform Plumbing Code, UPC, the maximum distance for a 2-inch trap is 5 feet 60 inches. However, there is a critical detail in the question. The question asks for the maximum distance of a vent to a 2-inch diameter trap. The trap itself is 2 inches, but the fixture drain it connects to is typically smaller. For example, a standard lavatory has a 1.25-inch trap that drains into a 1.5-inch pipe. Let's clarify the standard distances. For a 1.25-inch fixture drain, maximum distance is 30 inches. For a 1.5-inch fixture drain, maximum distance is 42 inches. For a 2-inch fixture drain, maximum distance is 60 inches. Since the question specifies a 2-inch diameter trap, it is most likely referring to a trap serving a fixture like a floor drain or a shower, which would typically have a 2-inch fixture drain. Therefore, the correct distance should be 60 inches. Given the options, the correct answer is B 30 inches only if the fixture drain is 1.25 inches. But for a 2-inch trap, the drain is likely 2 inches, making the correct distance 60 inches. However, since 60 inches is not an option, and 30 inches is a standard value for common fixtures, the intended answer based on common code references for standard fixtures is likely B 30 inches. Final answer, B 30 inches, assuming the question implies a common fixture with a 1.25-inch drain connected to a 2-inch trap. Number 18. Which of the fittings is not used to change the size of the pipe? A. Bushing. B. Reducer. C. Union. D. Adapter. The correct answer is C. Union. Here's why. Bushing. A bushing is a fitting used specifically to connect pipes of different sizes. It is threaded on both the inside and outside. Reducer. This fitting's name describes its function. It is designed to connect a larger pipe to a smaller one. Adapter. Adapters are used to connect pipes of different types or sizes, such as connecting a threaded pipe to a plain, unthreaded, pipe of a different diameter. Union. A union is used to provide a detachable connection point in a pipeline for ease of maintenance and repair. It is not used to change the pipe size. Its purpose is to allow for disassembly, not reduction or enlargement. Therefore, the fitting that is not used to change the size of the pipe is the union. Number 19. What type of copper pipe is used for carrying water under pressure? A type L, B type K, C type M, D type DWV. The correct answer is that A type L, B type K, and C type M can all be used for carrying water under pressure. However, the question asks for a single type, and the most common and versatile choice for pressurized water lines is A type L. Here is a more detailed breakdown. Type K has the thickest wall and is the strongest. It is often used for underground service lines and in applications where the highest corrosion resistance and strength are needed. Type L has a medium wall thickness. It is the most common and general-purpose type used for interior water distribution in residential and commercial plumbing for both hot and cold water under pressure. Type M has the thinnest wall. It is suitable for pressurized water lines inside a building, but its use is often restricted to above-ground, residential applications by local codes due to its lower strength. YD is incorrect. Type DWV. This stands for drain, waste, and vent. It has the thinnest wall of all and is designed for non-pressurized applications only, such as drain lines. It cannot be used for carrying water under pressure. Conclusion: while types K, L, and M are all rated for pressure, Type L is the standard, all-around choice for pressurized water distribution within buildings. Number 20. A very important valve that should be placed on lines where a boiler or a hot water heater is installed. A. Pressure reducing valve. B. Butterfly valve. C. Pressure relief valve. D. Check valve. The correct answer is C. Pressure relief valve. This is a critical safety device. A pressure relief valve, also called a temperature and pressure relief valve or T&P valve, is designed to automatically open and release water if the pressure or temperature inside a boiler or water heater exceeds a safe limit, preventing a potentially catastrophic explosion. Why the other options are incorrect. A. Pressure reducing valve. This is used to lower high incoming water pressure to a building or system. It is not a safety device for overpressure events generated within the tank itself. B. Butterfly valve. This is an on-off or throttling valve used to control flow. It is not designed to act as a safety relief device. D. Check valve. This valve prevents the reverse flow of water. It is important for preventing backflow but does not protect against overpressure. Thank you for joining us for Registered Master Plumbing Engineers of the Philippines Review, Quiz Number 4, 2025. How well did you do? Remember, these questions are essential for your success in the plumbing field. Keep studying and refining your knowledge. White right pointing backhand index. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more quizzes and tip. White right pointing backhand index. Share your results in the comments below. Let's see who can ace it. White right pointing backhand index. Follow us on Facebook and TikTok for more updates and informative content. Good luck with your studies, and see you next time. Wrench flexed biceps.